Yo, you can see me? Virtue still loading. Virtue background is still loading. Oh, what happened to my background?
Why you let them snatch your background off like that, cuz?
Yo, it said virtual background is still loading, then it just showed up like this. How you
Well, go to backgrounds, fix it
uh,
on the back end.
okay. Meeting some preferences. Shit, how do I get the background split? Damn, I'm about to do
Go to background.
video, video, no background, use video.
It's the background and effects. Go to that.
Is that on the bottom?
Background and effects. You're on your computer, right? So go
Yeah.
through like is at the bottom, but you gotta go click a tab, like a settings tab. But you gotta hurry up because we gotta open this up.
Yo, that's kind of crazy. Like now, see how. Hold on.
So this is what you do right now. Turn your camera off
Yeah.
and just, let's start letting people in.
Okay.
And if your stuff doesn't come on, it doesn't come on, bro. You just gotta rock with that background.
Got metal.
What's going on? How we feeling? How we feeling today? What's going on? Everybody, let's get these cameras going. Let's get these cameras on. Let's get these cameras on. Let's get these cameras on. We're getting ready to start. We're getting ready to start. Let's get these cameras on. The way you show up is how you glow up. What's happening? What's happening? How we feeling? How we feeling, everybody? Drop how you feel in the chat. Drop how you feel in the chat. Drop how you feel in the chat. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see everybody's faces. I want to see more participation from others who haven't yet, right? I want to see more. So like let's jump in. Let's jump in. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? How we feeling? Let me check the chat. I see great. What else? Great, great. Feeling great. All right, cool, cool. If we're feeling great, are we operating at that same level? Are we operating as great? Like, let me know. If we're feeling great, are we operating like we're great? Like, because it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to do it. It's another thing to be it. Are we operating like we're great? Shout out to Felicia. What's up, Queen? What's going on? Shout out to, is it Jorge? Like, yo, look, y'all gotta let me know with the names, man. Because it looked like George's to me.
Yeah, it's George. It's George.
Okay, okay, okay. It's George. Yo, Antoine, is that you with your iPhone name again? Come on, man. Like, Sunshine is not here today to change your name. You got to change your name today on your own. E. Harvey, what's up, King? How you feeling? It's the first time I'm seeing you, King. What's up? What's up, Anderson? What's going on, Carla? Look, what's up, Carla? How you feeling today? You on top of the world, baby.
Good, I'm good.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. Alana. Wait, is everybody in here some form of Latina consent or something? Like what? We got Carla, we got Alana, we got Jorge. It ain't George, it's Jorge. What's up? What's up? How we feeling today? Regina, Queen Regina, what's up, baby? Andre, what's going on? Antonio, my guy Boogie Blake, what's going on? What's up, Nia? We got Ishan, we got Rich, we got Benaya. What is up? How we feeling? iPhone, the other iPhone. Who's that? Robert. Shout out to Robert. Who else? Who else? Did I leave anybody out? My guy Apolline. What's up, King? We got King Apolline. Let's go. Let's go. So let me do this real quick before we even get started. Today is about, well, the theme, right? The overall theme is debt as a tool for wealth creation. Somebody write that down in the chat. Debt as a tool for wealth creation. Like, it's going to be less about me and more about you today. Like, it's just less about me. But debt as a tool for wealth creation. Now, in today's class at 8 p.m., you're going to learn basically more of how to analyze deals, right? So the thing that I want y'all to do is get comfortable with understanding that debt is just a tool used to create more money opportunities for you. Now, with that being said, money is not an option. Money is not something that you have to worry about. Money is not an option to think about. Why? Because it's not a worry, right? Do we have money problems? Let me know if you have a money problem in the chat. Because day one, you learn how to get to the bag. Day one, you learn how to get to the bag. So I should not see anybody saying money is an option. And if you do say money is an obstacle, if anybody does say money is an obstacle, then okay, cool. We just gotta like add some more emphasis on that part. But let me know in the chat right now, is money an issue for you right now? Is money an issue? Get into the bag itself. Is that an issue? Let me know in the chat. Please don't be afraid to put it into the chat because Regina says yes. All right, let's raise your virtual hand if money is an issue for you. And then I want you to come up and speak on it a little bit. Just build with us. All right, let's just build. So once again, let me know. Put your hand, raise your hand. Who was that? Was that Regina? Regina, raise your hand. Raise your virtual hand so we can pull you up on the screen. Turn your camera on. So remember, today you're going to learn how to analyze deals, right? So with that in mind, I don't want you to be fixated on if you have the money or not right now. The money is here. We don't have a money issue. We no longer have money problems. Regina said we did. So I want Regina to come up and share, like, is money an issue for you? Everybody let me know in the chat right now. Is money an issue for you? Day one, we went through how to get to the bag, right? Day one, we went through how to acquire funding, right? So somebody says specifically utilization. All right, cool. Once again, debt is a tool used for what? Let me know in the chat. Debt is a tool used for what? Debt is a tool used for what? Let me know. Like, I'm about to change my audio. Let me know if y'all can still hear me or not. Let's see. Use debt as a tool for money creation. All right, y'all still hear me? Let me know. Drop a 1 in the chat if you still hear me. Let me know. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can still hear me. All right, cool. So, all right, cool. So I really want you to come up and share, right? The whole purpose of us putting together this accountability program so that way you get the most out of your challenge, you get the most out of your course, you get the most out of your mentorship. The way that you're going to get the most is if you participate. In fact, let me not assume this. Let me just ask straight up. If you participated, yeah, I understand some of you will not be able to participate, totally understand circumstances. You do the best that you can, right? If you're on a train or if you're on here, at least just, you're listening. That's a plus, right? Now, if you're not on a train and you're in your office or you're in your car or you're just sitting down and you're in a spot where you could work, let's work. All right, everybody put into the chat, let's work, because we got to work. Like, at the end of the day, like, the only thing that is going to allow us to get the things that we want is if we do the work. Not doing the work doesn't allow us to get what we want. All right, so let's work. So if you're putting let's work in the chat, I need y'all to build with me. I need you to build with me. So for one, right, why would why would money no longer be an issue? Okay, first of all, let's go to Regina, because Regina came up and I want to build with her on this, because some of you might be apprehensive on saying it, but she might have the courage to actually come up and be like, yo, money is still an issue for me. So let's address those things, so that way when we analyze these deals, we're not even getting stopped before we get started. We're actually excited because we know that all we got to do is look for the good and great deals that we're going to be able to fund it. All right, if y'all follow, put follow in the chat. All right, Queen, Regina, 30 seconds or less. Apolline, you still here? Apollina's here. Run the controls on the back and just, spotlight her and bring her up so that way we can hear her and see her. Send her the action button to unmute. Send that to her. So there's gonna be a button that come on the screen. All right, cool, you're good. All right, awesome. So for you, Queen, why is money an issue for you?
Money is an issue. For me, is because even though we have the tools to say like the credit and the things of that nature, you still get doors that are closed and said, okay, well, you don't have enough credit, or you have too much credit, or you don't have enough equity to get more credit. So what do we do in that option? Because I know I'm not the only one starting from the bottom.
Right. So first of all, language, right? We want to have the language. We don't even want to use starting from the bottom, because you're not starting from the bottom. You're just starting from where you're at right now. And language is right. Language is the number one thing that dictates your reality. So if you're saying starting from the bottom, then psychologically you're already seeing yourself defeated, right? Usually people who say they start from the bottom, they see themselves at the lowest point, right? Mm-hmm. So you're not at your lowest point.
No,
you're
I'm
at
not.
Your learning point. You're at your learning point. Everybody put, I'm at my learning point. You're not at your lowest point.
I'm at my learning point.
Your learning point, 100%. So for you, do you have an LLC?
I do.
Right. So now you got what we call leverage. You ready for this? So you may not have great credit. Do you know someone that has great credit?
No.
Right. So now you know this is why you need to be in this circle, right? So when we make that offer to you, this is why you need to make sure you get into the mentorship, because you need to be around other like-minded individuals, because what I'm about to tell you would help you out tremendously if you have those individuals around you. So when we talk about you becoming rich or you becoming wealthy, how do you think you get there, right? Like when you have, if you hang around 5 broke people, what happens to you?
You're broke.
Right. If you hang around 5 rich people, what happens to you?
Get rich.
Right. And this is why you need to be inside the community. So if that's clear, everybody put clear in the chat. So now let's just say this might help somebody else out, Regina, who may be in your position. If you have an LLC, you can put someone else who has great credit on your operating agreement. When you put them on your operating agreement, you give them 90% ownership in your company. This is only for the generation of funding, right? This is only for that. This is only to generate funding. This doesn't mean, and it's a term that you and that person agree on. So if you and someone else was like, all right, cool, let's run the play. And you came to this other person, let's say her name was Tammy. You came to Tammy, Tammy has great credit. Tammy gets on your operating agreement. You tell Tammy, hey, look, this operating agreement is strictly just to grab funding. Okay, cool. What happens is she is working with you as a partner, as an owner in your company for a short amount of time. You have to dictate that, right? You and her dictate that as far as what time frame that is. And then once you acquire the funding, let's say the stipulation was I pay you $2,000 or I pay you $5,000. Once you grab your funding, you pay that person $2,000 or $5,000, and then you will take the remaining balance that's on that card. Clear? Okay. So now you will be able to use that to go fund other deals. So when I say that money is no longer an issue, I don't want you to think about just having the money in your account. I want you to think about OPM, right? And what does OPM stand for? Put it in the chat. Let me know. Put it in the chat.
Other people's money.
Okay, that's close. That's close. I know that's what they say. But, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I want to see it in the chat. Let me know. Can y'all still hear me clearly? Yes. All right, cool. Put the answer in the chat. What does OPM stand for? Are we cold today? Like, what's going on? Like, only Felicia is active. What's happening, y'all? What's going on today? I want y'all to change the perspective from other people's money, because do you want other people's money? Let me just ask you a real question. You don't want other people's money, right? So this is why we look at debt this way. because we think that it's other people's money. So it sounds weird, right? Doesn't it sound a little like a little cringy? Like, I don't want to take somebody else's money.
Right.
It's our people's money.
Oh, our people's money.
It's our people's money.
I like that.
Where's your money going? When you put your money in the bank, where's it going?
In the bank.
No, it's not. It's not going to the bank. It's to go fund other people. That's where your money's going.
Okay.
So if your money is actually helping a person like me, who has hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, opportunities, right? If you're helping me, thank you, Regina. If you're helping me, then whose money is it? It's our people's money. So the same money that I put in, you can now get access to it too, right?
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
So now we're following. And this is why this is very important. We really have to stress the understandings of language, right? Language is super important.
Okay.
So, all right, cool. So for you, once again, like what did you learn on day one? What was it that you learned on day one?
On day one, we learned about business credit, personal credit, how to make it better. I'm also hooked up with the guy that came on the first day to look at my credit, because I am in the process of moving forward.
Right.
But I still feel everything takes time, but I just still feel that I don't know. I'm getting it, but it's just feel like it's just a piece that I'm missing, honestly.
Okay, I think how explicit can I be with you?
Explicit.
Right.
You
But
already
you have to answer the question.
Yesterday, what's today ain't gonna make a difference.
No, look, it's a method to this. It's a method to this. The reason why I have to ask for consent, because this is a new time. This is different. I have to always ask for consent in order to give value, because that's where the value will be accepted, right? Have you ever had somebody just walk up to you and tell you something, or like you're having a conversation, but you didn't ask for the person's advice or person's input, and then you kind of was like, I didn't even ask for that. I don't want that to happen. So that's why, that's number one. Number two is like respect. So, all right, cool. How explicit can I be with you?
I didn't hear you. Say it again.
How explicit can I be with you?
You can. You have my permission.
Okay. So the thing about it is your language, like you feel behind already? Do you feel behind? Like, are you operating in that way? Because that's what your language dictates. I just want to know if that's accurate.
Yes.
Why? Why are you operating as if you're behind already?
That's what I'm saying. I have all the information, but it just seems like there is a piece that I'm not getting.
What's the
I haven't
piece?
figured it out. I haven't
So
figured
hold
it out. Working
on.
on it.
So have you done the work? Have you actually done what they instructed, what we're giving out?
Yes.
Give me your results. What were your results?
I don't know. I'm working on the second day's homework right now. The first day's homework we did, but it just seems like it's just something I'm missing. I'm reading the material, but it's just one piece that I'm saying. It's going to say Eureka. When I get it, I'm going to be like, oh, that's it. That part.
Okay, I got you. Do you have accountability partner?
I don't.
All right. Who here wants to be Regina's accountability partner?
Yo, I'll do it. It's Carla. I'll do it.
Hey, Miss Carla, what's going on?
Hey. All right. No, I think we need each other, because I think, you are my missing piece and I'm yours. So.
Oh, there we go. Bam.
All right. All right. Yep. I got you.
You ever watch, what's the name of that show? Steve Harvey hosted Family Feud. You ever watch Family Feud?
Yes.
And they be like, all right, so right now we're gonna have like the top 6 answers on the board. Okay, who they give out the question, right? Who is so-and-so, whatever the case may be, and you gotta press the button real fast. That was Carla just now. Her hand was on mute, the mute mic button. As soon as I said, who wants to be accountability partner, she's all right, yo, me. I'm like, wait, I ain't even get to see who you were. Who is that? I go down there and scrolling down. The screen ain't even catch up to her face yet. Like, I can't even see her. She's talking so fast. But this is what I'm talking about. Moving with speed. Regina, this is a perfect person for you, because I think you need to move with speed. I think you should actually do everything when we're instructing it right then and there, versus sitting down and waiting a little bit and processing it in your mind, because now you're a day behind, right? Although we want to give you as much information as possible. That is the goal here for the next 4
Right.
days, is to give you the most information as possible. All right. So don't get offended. Don't feel like you're behind. Just know that you're right where you need to be, because what you really need is mentorship. What you truly need is people around you. What you truly need is a community. What you truly need is accountability, and we're providing that all to you, so you're in the perfect place. So just keep doing what you're doing, and everything, like you said, that eureka moment is coming. Everything will be coming. Everybody drop in the chat, my moment is coming. Everybody drop in the chat, my moment is coming. All right, everybody send some love to Regina. Shout out to Regina. Great stuff, Queen. Let's bring up the next person. Apolline, who we have coming up next?
Next up, what's your name again, brother? I gotta change your name.
Antoine.
Antoine. I'll change your name right now. We got Antoine coming up. What's going on, brother?
I'm sorry, I don't know how to do it on the iPhone. And like when I'm on my phone, I mute it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I can't do it on the phone.
All right,
Can you hear
cool.
me?
So yeah, so did you raise your hand for you have money issues?
I did.
Talk to me.
So one of my issues right now is I'm in a property. All right, so it first started with the property next door that I sold. The market tanked on me. The contractors was acting crazy, but I was moving my project forward on my business credit card. So when I went to sell the house, being as though the market flipped, I wound up losing about 30,000 on that deal, which basically put me behind on my credit card. So I am in another deal right now where I feel confident. Well, I'm confident that it will help me out, but I don't think that it will catch me back up from the point, catch me back up basically on my credit card, because I'm used to. I know, and I definitely understand you saying that is a wealth building tool, but I kind of get overwhelmed when I got a lot of debt on my credit cards, and it's like it's uncertain. So the other piece of it is right now I'm in this property, I'm going through permits and things like that, and it's kind of holding me up. So now I'm paying all this interest on these credit cards because I was supposed to be flipping the money to make it keep moving, as we were taught already. But those hiccups in the game, it kind of put me behind, honestly.
Okay, I see that. I see. So for the most part, right? This is not the case in all cases, but for the most part, you want to be able to start creating some type of income. Like if sometimes if you are just jumping into debt and you don't even know how to create income, you'd be worse off, right? Like you'd be worse off. So sometimes that happens. Other times it's about the strategy. Everybody drop the word strategy in the chat. So now, do you have a business?
I do.
Do you have a business bank account?
I do.
So can you get business credit without utilizing your personal credit?
All my business credit is I have a bunch of business credit. It's just so I'm also in a funding program. So where we go, we get funding, and I've actually, because I've been in tight situations, I've been using that funding on my projects.
Okay, hold on. The answer is every time you have a problem, right? The problem contains a solution. So for you, King, right? You've been utilizing funding. It's been working for you, right?
Yeah.
How much funding do you get? How much do you get?
My highest business credit card right now is like 16,000. I probably have like 60,000 in funding altogether.
Okay. So let me ask you a question.
And that's credit cards. And honestly, I probably have like 40,000 in debt on those credit cards.
40,000? All right, we can get you out of 40,000 in debt fast, right? And it's just debt. It's not your life. It's not like your life is ended. You're going to get out of it. It's not your life is ended. Yes, you want to get out of it fast as possible so you're not paying on it, just the interest.
Yeah.
So we understand that. But you have a gym in something, right? You're getting funded, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how many people around you need funding?
A lot.
How many people let me know, put a 1 in the chat if you need funding. Put a 1 in the chat right now if y'all need funding. Put a 1 in the chat if you need funding. I'm just want to show you something in real time, King. So what if you were able to get people funded and you get a percentage of the funding?
The same thing like you were just telling her. I didn't even put myself in that position. And that I didn't even think of myself when you were telling her, was it Regina?
Yeah, it was Regina.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I get where you're coming from.
That is a tool used to create more money, right? So for you, what would that look like? Imagine if you could just make or collect 3% in funding revenue, like just 3%. So everybody, let's do the math. Let's say you get somebody access to $100,000. All you need is 3%. Let's say the people who are getting you funded is taking 5%. And y'all collecting 8% total. Or maybe they're taking 10% and maybe y'all both split 50-50. You get 5, they get 5. But I'm just using 3. Let's say you got somebody $100,000 in funding. In fact, I'm gonna use yours. I'm gonna use yours. 60, right? You got 60? And that's only because of what? You only like attempted how many times to get funded?
So that's been about like a year.
All right, that's a year. That's nothing, right? So we know, first of all, we know people, and we do it as well, right? To get you access to $100,000. Now, we talking about maybe 1 or 2 cards, maybe 3 cards, whatever the case may be. But the point is, now you take 8%. But for you, let's say your commission payout was 3% of 100,000. How much do you get?
3,000.
Did you do much work?
No.
What did you do?
I just signed papers.
You used your problem to create a solution for somebody else's problem that need that same solution. Right? So you use your problem. My problem is I need funding.
My problem.
Right. And my solution is let me help somebody else get funding because their problem is they need funding, and you gave them that solution. And you win now. Now you win. Now, okay, cool. How many people do you need to get funded in order to get to at least, let's say, $20,000?
Mm, 30. At least 20.
All right. So you need a little bit less than 20. But what I'm saying is you need at least like 7, right? So you need to get at least 7 people funded.
Oh yeah.
How many people put 1s in the chat? How many people put 1s in the chat? So now this is just like, an example, right? So you say 7 people, but how many people do you actually know who can utilize funding? And on top of it, if you don't know people that can utilize funding, then that is more of an emphasis for you to get to know people that can utilize funding. Because what that means is that you're not around entrepreneurs. You're not around people who are moving and shaking. You're not around people who are ready to take their lives to the next level. And we all need to be around those individuals. If I'm clear on that to you, everybody drop clear in the chat. If I'm making that clear, like it works both ways. If you see yourself not around those people, then you better run away from the people that you're around right now because they're not helping you. They're only taking from you. There's 2 types of people, right? It may be 3 types, but there's 2 types of people. This person that's going to be able to withdraw from you, and there's a person that's going to be able to deposit from you. There are some people who are like the neutral people, and they just, just kind of there. They don't add to you. They don't necessarily take from you. Do you have more people who do withdrawals or maybe more people who do deposits? Put the answers in the chat. The answers in the chat. So now you need to start getting people funded. Everybody here, like that's your #1 tool that you can start using to create money. #1 tool. Why? Because everybody who's in here needs funding. I don't care where you're at. I still need funding. As long as you're a business owner, you would need funding. So that means I need to be around more people with funding. So let me check out these. Okay, so I see withdrawals, more withdrawals. I see deposits, withdrawals. That's it. It's only like 6 people on the call today. Withdrawal. So are we getting a common theme, y'all? Are we getting a common theme? We're getting around more people who do what? Take from us, take from us, take from us. This is another reason why you need to be in a mentorship. It's another reason why you need to be in a community. You don't have to do anything. If I say you need to, you don't have to be, oh, feel it in your chest. I'm trying to sell you on something that you don't want. Like, if you don't want to be great, then that's on you. If you don't want to have mentorship, that's on you. If you don't want community, that's on you. I'm just here to let you know what's available and what's possible so that way you can maximize your own potential. If that's clear, let me know in the chat because I see a lot of withdrawals coming in. So now, okay, cool, bro. If you're able to get people funded and they could get inside the program, then what? Like, not only do you elevate your stature as a person, you now have people that will bring their people to you. And they might not even care about the money. They might not even care about the money. They're just like, yo, can you get my so-and-so funded? You're like, all right, cool. And out of your 3%, you might just want to give them 1%. That's a whole chain. Like, that's a whole chain. Because think about it. Neither one of y'all doing much work. Neither one of you doing much work and you get paid for it. So you're becoming more effective in less time just by understanding how to use your mindset as a tool set, right? Because now you understand, Antoine, your mind is a tool, right? It's your mind and your skill, your mind and your tools. That's your new skill. Like, you got to be skillful with creating your mind as a tool. Okay, cool. How do I get access to X, Y, and Z? You reverse engineer it and say, okay, I'm gonna do this and that to get X, Y, and Z. So is money a true issue for you right now? Like, theoretically, we're talking about, like, can you go get the cash?
Okay.
100%. If this is helping anybody out, let me know in the chat. Don't fool me. Don't tell me stuff because you think I want to hear it. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm asking so I can understand where we are right now. So everybody send some love in the chat for Antoine. I believe the name is spelled incorrectly, so gotta change that. All right, cool. So, okay, we got E. Harvey coming up. So good. Apolline, let's bring up E. Harvey.
E. Harvey, what's going on, Queen? King, my bad.
What's going on, fellas? Good morning, everybody. Top of the
What's
morning.
up, King?
What's going on? How you?
I'm doing well, Harv. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. It's top of the morning. You know what I'm saying? I had a question. Could you elaborate when you say getting people funding, like in other ways other than, like, I'm familiar with like authorized users, but like, is there any other way that you're talking about specifically to get somebody funded?
Yeah, I'm talking about getting them access to capital via cards, right? So whether they have business credit or personal. Personally, I would like to deal with the business credit. Why? Because it doesn't show up on your personal utilization. I know that was some of the individuals here, but like, let's say when you do get capital for business, right? You get business funding. So you maybe say you got a card, like maybe you get a card from Chase and that's a $25,000 card. I got a $23,000 card from Chase, right? A $23,000 card from Chase can do what for me? So let's say my personal, I'm maybe got $10,000 in debt in personal. If I get this business credit card, now I could transfer all of my personal debt to my business card. From there, now I open up the freedom to now have zero utilization. So now what can I do, y'all? Put it in the chat. If I have zero utilization on my personal credit, now what can I do? What do you think? Right, apply for more credit now, right? So now, since I have the history and I paid off this card, now I have more access to capital. Not only when I do that, I'm calling up Chase and I'm calling up that card that I used that have my personal on it, and I'm asking them for an increase because they see that I'm able to pay this off ASAP. So that is the benefit of getting somebody funded through through business credit. And the reason why I say get them funded through business credit, because that same method, right? So if I'm charging you 8% or 10% to get you $100,000 just to get you funded. So let's say you only get 50%, right? If I only get 50% and I'm charging you 10, then how much do I collect off of that? How much can y'all let me know in the chat? How much do I collect if I get somebody $50,000 in funding and I charge 10% for the funding services?
$5,000.
How much do I collect? Right. So now that I made the 5K, right? Now that I made the 5K, what happens? I just got 5K. So, all right, cool. And the thing about it is, on the other person's side, they just got $50,000 to them, 5K. Okay, that's worth it. I'll give up 5K to get 50.
Right. But I'm missing the piece though. You said, all right, so like, I'm trying to like figure out what exactly is when you say I'm getting them funded.
Right.
Like,
So that's
are
what I'm
you
taking you
saying
through. I'm taking
like
you through
you're
the journey of it. I'm taking you through the
okay?
journey so that way you could understand it fully. Because I can just straight up tell you, it's like, hey, you apply on this person's behalf to get them access to this
Okay,
amount of money,
right.
right? But
Yeah.
that doesn't tell you the true why you should be doing it. It just tells you what you could do. So I'm giving you the
Right.
background of it so you understand it totally,
Okay.
and be able to make adjustments from there. So when you collect the 10%, that person it's on their business card, so there's no high utilization, so they have time to pay that portion off. So that's why I said it's the same thing for anybody who may be dealing with some type of utilization crisis right now, where you may be at 90, 80, or 70% utilization. What you want to be able to do is get business cards so that way you could transfer over that utilization to hide that debt, right? And then there's strategies to keep hiding debt so that way you can get access to more, because usually the more capital that you get, the better chances that you can have to truly transition your life to that next level. So you might get 50K, but what you truly need might really cost 150K, right? Like, let's say for a person like me, I got to be on podcasts, I have to have websites, all these other things that is adding up as far as dollars go, and it may eat into that cap space for the funding, and I just need more. So I need to know strategies to move it around so that way I can keep accessing higher quantities and then be able to really break through that glass ceiling. So, but yeah, for you. So once again, like, let's say you go get somebody funded. Okay, you bring somebody with like a 700 plus credit score. Maybe they got 1 year history, maybe 2 years of history in business, maybe nothing. Maybe they just got a brand new LLC. All right. What you're going to do is you're going to get their information to be able to apply on their behalf, because you know the strategies. Now, let's say that's not you. Maybe you don't know the strategies, but you know me, person that does know the strategy. Now, all I do is I pay you out for being a referral.
Mhm.
So I'll give you 3%, 2% just for bringing the person in, right? And now that person, deals with me or whatever the case may be, but you're building your track record of being able to help people get funded. Is that clear? Or do you need clarity in any other area?
I guess it would, if I needed any more clarity, it'd have been the strategy. Because I feel like what you're saying is probably, if I'm correct, you're saying that, all right, is it a PG? Like, are you personal guaranteeing somebody's like business or something like that? Like, you're applying with them? Or
Well,
are
so
you
I wouldn't be PG, and they PG them their business. So as a
right?
personal, you're PG your business, which is one of the quickest ways if you don't already have business credit. But if you have business credit, you don't need the PGs. You go straight for the business credit offers. But for somebody who's brand new or somebody who just would like to leverage their personal, they would PG their own business, and then that's how they would get the personal. That's how they get the business.
Okay. All right. No, that's cool. I appreciate you.
So 100% appreciate you too. Everybody here, the fastest way for y'all all to make or collect cash right now is to get people funded. If y'all can get people funded, like right now, y'all all can collect cash. And think about it this way, how great would that be? You pay X amount of dollars to get into the challenge, but then you walked away with your money back and more. And you got a card, now you can enter the program too. Like, honestly, like, this is a no-brainer for me to get people funded. All right. Who's thinking about getting people funded just off of the conversation that we're having now? Put a 1 in the chat if you are. And like, we're not going too deep today on the like mindset aspect of like just deep diving in that. We're going based upon, it's the middle of the week. We want to know where you're at. We want to get some updates. We want to know what's been going on, and then just kind of build from there, have a high level conversation, because these type of conversations help you create your next level, your highest version, or get you to the space where you can start creating wealth. If that's clear, let me know in the chat. All right, cool. So now let's segue to the next question. Where are you currently? Like, do you feel confident with the information that you have received? I know it's only been 2 days as far as the information goes, but where are you currently? What information has stuck out to you that you can start to move forward? Let me know. Raise your virtual hand and just share your experience. What's been going on with you? So what did Nia say? What'd you say, Nia, in the chat? I see something in the chat. Oh, you already offer her money? Okay.
We got King Musa with his hand up. What's going on, King?
Hey, good morning. Working from home today, so I can talk a bit more freely. But right now, it's been a great experience because for me, it allowed me to tap into resources that I already had. I had as
Wait, hold on.
real estate development in Delaware.
Hold on, King. All right, started back from you're utilizing the resources you already had. Start from there.
Yes. The program has been great for me because it has allowed me to really recognize the resource we already that I wasn't tapping into. Some of the things you're hitting on yesterday was like duplicating yourself and finding to pick up some of those things that you may not wanna.
All right. He probably got kicked out because his connection was a little disconnected. Musa, let me see. Can you speak without your camera being on at the moment? Let me see if there's a difference. You might not be able to be spotlighted. Well, you won't be able to be spotlighted unless you came up here already. So come up here. Let's bring him up. And then let's see if you turn your camera off and speak. Go ahead, King. Don't start all over. Just start from the resources that you realize that you're tapping into right now. Yeah, he's frozen. All right, cool. So we have to come back to him. So you can take him off the screen. We got to come back to him. All right, E Harv, my man Harv, what's up?
Yeah, I think where he was going with that was, like the resources. I came across like the resources like the city websites and things like that, and found myself on the email newsletters, like just based off of what Jordan had dropped in the webinars and the free webinars. So I feel like yesterday's class was he was dropping keys yesterday. It just pretty much let you know you was on the right track, you know what I mean? For him to like be like, yeah, these are the right websites, and then he dropped even more. So I feel like the resources, like pointing us in the right direction, is major. Like everything he dropped yesterday, you could really like shake, you know what I mean? Make something shake like right now if you on it. But and just to know we got 3 more days of class, like that's lit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the first day was good too. Like I'm familiar with some of the credit, but Herman, he was on here talking about, structuring your business properly, how to, make the most out of your business so you could get the funding you need. So I feel like just those 2 days of class, like you can really make something move right now. But like I said, 3 more days of class, so we tapped in.
Right. So I love that because you already have what it takes. Like the fact that you are here already, you already know you're on the right track. Everybody put I'm on the right track in the chat. Like you're already on the right track. And the reason why I want to have a real candid conversation with y'all is because I just want to build, like authentically, like build. I know we've only known each other for 2 days. That does not matter. Like none of that matters. What matters is how can we help each other? How can we build? How can we create the reality that we truly want to create right here, right now, utilizing the information that we are receiving? So everybody send some love to E Harvey in the chat. Great stuff, Harv. Somebody else had their hand up. And once again, look, this is for your improvement. Like the studies show 32.3% of improvement is made when a person has their camera on and they're participating. Like it's just you can't run away from the facts, right? If your camera's off and you're not participating, you're just not going to get as much information. You're still going to listen, but when you're just listening, you only retain 10% of the information. Like you only retain 10%. This is the reason why we put this stuff together, right? Where we have more time to be together, classes and build. So please don't forget that. Like you do yourself a disservice when you don't have your camera and stuff on and you don't raise your hand. Who we have, I believe we got somebody coming up, right? I think somebody had their hand.
Yeah, we got Queen Tiana. Tiana, am I saying that right?
Yes, Tiana. How you doing?
Tiana. What's up, Tiana? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm kind of tired. I'm in Cali, so it's like, what, 6 in the morning.
Hold on. Everybody, unmute real fast. Clap it up, snap it up, because you're supposed to be up early getting to it, all right?
Let's go, Queen. Let's get it.
All right. Great stuff.
Just to piggyback on what everybody else said, the resources was very helpful. I'm like in the process of getting funding right now. I think my issue is just being like nervous to take that next step in real estate. The class was very informative yesterday, but I know everyone kind of like withdraws. I just feel like I'm not around the right people to guide me, and I think my anxiety makes me feel like I'm not ready to invest because I hear all like the stories of like investing and people like just, not really getting the experience they wanted and things happening as far as investing in real estate. And I think that's when my anxiety comes in. And I really don't have like, I'm like the only person in my circle trying to really like move to the next level. And I think that's the hardest part for me and actually gives me anxiety.
Well, I want to send you a lot of love and beautiful energy right now, because that anxiety is real, right? Like all of the things that you feel, these are real feelings that you have. And these feelings dictate your life, right? These feelings allow you to either get what you want or receive what you don't want. And the issue that I have with that is anxiety is a fear over a future imagined danger. It's a caution over a future imagined danger. It's not actually here. It's a future-based thing that we're creating in our minds. And so your mind has the ability to trick yourself into making millions or trick yourself out of making millions. It just has that ability, because all of what we're learning and doing is not natural to a human. This is things that humans created and we adapt to. Like, it's not necessarily for life for us to live to have business funding, right? Like business, if we take away business funding, are we going to die as a human race? No. Like, it's not crucial to a human life. So these are applied techniques and strategies and concepts that are created through the evolution of society. So with the anxiety is coming from fear. But where does fear come from? Fear comes from feeling alone, right? It's a false evidence appearing real. So it seems real, but it's just mind tricks. So you have no excuse for yourself but to be around these people, because if you're not, let me just ask you, if you're not around high level individuals who can help take your life to the next level, what do you think happens to you?
I don't think I get like exactly like my goals and dreams that I'm looking forward to like accomplishing. I think with my issue right now, like I'm in school, so it's really hard. Like I'm joining a lot of like mentorships, but I'm not able to like go and fly out and meet a lot of people because of my schedule. So sometimes I'm not able to really like put forward and go to a lot of meet and greets. I know everybody is coming like out of COVID and Zoom, or usually if something is in Zoom, after that everyone meets up. So I'm not able to like just be able to go to those events. So like my time is really crazy right now. I'm in law school. I'm almost done, but I just have like a lot going on, and I'm just like trying to invest now. Like I want to open a firm and help a lot of people. So I'm just like trying to invest and just do the right thing, but it's kind of hard with my schedule. So like I could do these Zooms and meet a lot of people, but like once everyone meet up, my schedule is like hectic. So I don't.
Okay, I got you. So what did I mention on Monday? My role, I mentioned this yesterday too, but my role is to help you see difficulty differently. So you ready to see difficulty differently? You ready to, y'all want to see it in real time? Like we're doing it in real time as people are going. Like Regina got a breakthrough, right? Remember she said this was the part that she was looking for. So everybody is going to get wins. It's up for you to participate, and that's how you get your wins. So good job on participating. So for number one, Queen, how explicit can I be with you?
Very. I give you permission.
100%, and I thank you for that. Your language, your language is such a on the fence language that it pulls you off the fence. It doesn't allow you to jump off the fence. It pulls you backwards, right? And the issue with that is you're never going to get what you want. It's just never going to happen. You're always going to be in the illusion that you are, but you always will feel like you're coming up short. Now, is anybody experiencing that? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you are. Put a 0 in the chat if you aren't. If you're experiencing the way that you feel is like you're a little bit unsure about these things, you feel like things are working though, but then at the realization you say, oh, damn, it's really not working for me. Like all of the time I thought it was, but it's really not. And once again, it's the language. So you use a lot of language that pulls you back, like if I try to let this go, what's going to happen? If I try to, because I'm trying right now, it ain't happening though. But what happens if I just let it go? Alana, let your pen go. Alana, let your pen go. Let it go. Pick it back up and then try to let it go. Try to. Try. Now do it. Now, is trying and doing the same thing, or is trying and doing different? This for you, T. Is trying different from doing?
Yes. Very.
100%. So that's your language right there. So your language keeps telling you to try, and this is where you're at. You never actually make the leap. You just keep staying here. And time moves by, so it looks like you're moving forward, but you're not. You're in the same situation. School is an issue for you, but it's fine because now it's giving you something that would give you a better opportunity. So I want everybody to see obstacles as opportunities. So in this moment, right, where you say, oh, damn, I would love to meet up on Zoom or meet up in the rooms with everybody after the calls, but I can't because of my schedule. What else could you do?
I guess like reach out and create my own groups for when I'm available. Maybe that's an option.
Wait a minute. Do y'all hear the language coming out in real time that I was talking about? How it pulls her back? The maybe. Yeah, you could go, but maybe not, right? No. Feel confident in who you are and say it again. What else could you do, Queen?
I could reach out to other people and create my own groups. So when I have the time, I will be able to collaborate with those individuals.
Aha. How many people do you think are unavailable just like you at the times that you're unavailable, but could be available at the times that you're available? How many people do you think? Do you think it's nobody or you think it's people? Think it's somebody?
I'm confident it's people, actually.
Okay. So even if it was one person, do you know that that's all it takes? When I say one move away, I'm saying one move, one partnership, one accountability partner, one play, one choice, one decision, one mentor, just one. As I mentioned before, I'll say this again yesterday, right? I said this yesterday. So I went to the Circle of CEOs, and in fact, let me not talk about the Circle of CEOs one. Let me just talk about another mentorship. Y'all familiar when I talked about the Circle of CEOs mentorship? I spent $10,000 for a 15K program, but I ended up making a profit of $65,000. Y'all remember that? All right, cool. So let me skip that one and go to another mentorship. So one day I was and it came from joining that mentorship, right? It came from the craziest thing is that this opportunity came from joining the CEOs, right? Because I met this woman, we were talking, she introduced me to this other program. She said, come over to this space. We flew down to Atlanta, and I went to this space. They was offering a program. This is called It's My Turn to Speak, Mastermind. This is with David Power Talk, Mr. Precise. And I met David Power Talk. I'm like, oh, I like these guys. I'm gonna join their program. Their program was 10K. Right? Again, 10K. I'm like, damn, why 10K? Do I need this? I say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it for the partnerships. I'm do it for the partnerships because I see I could come and add value to this program. A year later, I'm hosting their program. A year later, I'm hosting their program. No, I think y'all missed. I think that went over your head. So let me just break it down. I paid $10,000 to get into their program. Right? When I paid $10,000 to get in the program, I was working with them. Cool. Got a certified speaking award with them. All right, cool. Right after that, I said, look, because prior to that, I was helping my guy make money, right? So I was like, all right, cool. Every month I was helping him make 4 figures in his business. Every month I was helping him make 4 figures in his business. I said, bro, come do a joint venture with me. Together we did a joint venture. We made north of $80,000 together. So let's just run it back real fast. I joined this program because of a friend from the Circle of CEOs program. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known this guy. I didn't see him prior to this, didn't know him prior to this. So joining that program led me to connect with one person. The one person introduced me to one other person, which was David Power Talk. From that one incident, I had one choice. The choice was either to join them or just say this was a great experience and leave. I decided to join them and I paid them $10,000. Once I paid them $10,000, I made $80,000 from one partnership. So the one partnership brought me $80,000. That one partnership is now opening the door for another partnership where we haven't made money yet together. We haven't collected any cash, but that is the trajectory. So can we add up to 65? Let's minus the 10. So we got 55. Add 80,000 to the 55. How much did I make on a $20,000 investment? So it's not the fact that I just made the investment and magically this thing's happen. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I have to be the person in control of the direction of where it's going. So Tiana, for you, it's the same thing. You can't sit back and go, well, just because I have class and I'm not there to meet up with them, I guess I missed out. No, I'm not doing that. I'm here, I'll pay my money. I'm clapping like a girl from Brooklyn, so y'all know what's going on. And I tell y'all straight up, I'm going to get my money. It's my money. I need it now, right? No, it ain't about the money. It's about the impact. So you realize, all right, so the impact that I need to create is I need to be the star of my movie. I need to be the director. I need to be the person that holds the right, that earns the right to have the experience. I need the person that controls and makes sure the people in my scene are the cast of characters that I choose, right? So I'm choosing the people to work with me. And your obstacles are opportunities. So you being at work is not the fact that you're missing out. You being at work or you being at school or you studying, it's not missing out. What it is setting you up to be tuned into the person that's on your frequency. If y'all follow me, put follow in the chat. She may look at it as a negative. She may look at it as, oh man, I can't meet up with everybody else. But that's not what she's meant to do. She's meant to meet up with the person that can meet up with her during this schedule, because those are the people that's going to be able to take her to the next level. But you have to choose and decide which people that is, because you might get a person who does fit the schedule. They do have the availability, but they don't have the mindset. They're just there to do withdrawals. And it's up to you to be the director to cast them and say, okay, yeah, all right, buddy, you got the schedule, you got the time. Well, okay, cool. Maybe you can't help me this way, but what can you do? Because you might be able to do something. If they can't do nothing, run from them. Okay, just run away, get out of there. Right. But other than that, it's for you, Queen, to start setting up your life. You can't sit down and wait for people to tell you what to do. You cannot sit down and wait to be instructed. You already have the pieces that you need to move the puzzle. You got to be the one to start placing those pieces in the right spots. So the first thing I want you to do, write this down, Queen, because I don't want this to be all talk and all hype. Write this stuff down. First thing you do is you go inside the group chats of your mentorships and you ask anybody if they're available to meet at this time. First, I want you to do it virtually. I don't want you to do it physically just yet. I want you to do it virtually, because that's the lead magnet. Now, whoever can meet up virtually, during the virtual meeting, you say, hey, look, where are you located at, T?
Right now I'm in Cali, but I'm moving back to Williamstown, New Jersey. So that's kind of close to Philly.
I knew you look like somebody from Jersey. You just look like a Jersey girl, low-key. I knew it.
No, I'm not from Jersey. I'm from the Bronx.
But you look like it, though.
From Jersey, what's the look?
I'm joking. There's no look with Jersey.
No, but I'm from the Bronx though, but I moved to Jersey a couple of years ago.
Is the quick trivia question? Is it called the Bronx or is it called Bronx? Which one?
It depends on who you ask. I say the Bronx.
Yeah, everybody from the city says the Bronx, but anybody outside, they might say Bronx, New York, but it is the Bronx.
The Bronx, yeah.
But the correct name is Bronx. When I was like, what? How come everybody say? Because I'm from New York City, so it's like I grew up in Brooklyn, Manhattan, so in Queens. So the whole thing is like nobody says Bronx. Everybody says the Bronx. Where you going? The Bronx. Where you at? The Bronx. Nobody says Bronx. So when I saw that, I was like, no, that's crazy. I never knew that. Anyway, so that was a segue. But yeah, so Apolline is also from New York City as well. So shout out to everybody that's in New York. So when you do the Zoom, right? Hey, look, when I come out to New York, I'll be in New York next weekend, or actually probably this weekend. If y'all want to do a mobile meetup, let's meet up. But this is what you'll do, right? So you see how I'm on virtually, speaking about meeting up in person? That's what you do. You start virtually. And then you say, is anybody in Brooklyn or anybody coming to, I'm in Cali right now, but I'll be flying out to Jersey. I'll be flying out to New York. Is anybody around? Does anybody want to do a meetup? And then now you meet up with those people. Like, it's a lot less difficult than we think. We just have to see it differently. So was this helpful for you in any way? Like, was this like seeing it different from, okay, damn, I got school, damn, I got, and shout out to you, doing the whole lawyer joint, which is dope because we need more individuals like you who are going to protect and serve us, even though like lawyers work for the state, technically. They work for that court. whatever the case may be. But
My
anyway,
goal
that's
is to
not
get my own firm. That's why I want to invest now to help other people and have the funding, because I feel like a lot of people don't get the proper help, especially in the criminal justice system, because the lack of funding. Like you said, they work for these programs and they can't really investigate and help people out like that.
So E. Harvey, you know, bro, like, so you see how important it is for you to get people funded? Antoine, you see how important it is for you to get people funded? Because if you can't get Tiana the funding that she needs to create the business for, you know, her own practice, she can't serve the people that she would truly help. So who all miss out? The people that actually needs her. You know, so that's why this is important for us to go out there to move with speed, because like blessings come with speed. Blessings come with speed. Disappointments come with delay. There's disappointment in delay. Like the longer you delay your blessings, the more disappointed you will become. If that's clear, put clear in the chat. All right, cool. So are we getting anything from what T is saying up here? Did her testimony, what she said, what she offered, did that offer anything to anybody? Let me know. Let me know. Everybody send some love to Tiana in the chat. Thank you, Tiana. Appreciate you. 100%.
Thank you.
So once again, this is why I said let's have these high-level conversations, because information changes the situation, but application causes transformation, right? So as long as we start applying these things. So when we come up here, we raise our hand, but guess what? Tiana would have never gotten that breakthrough if she didn't raise her hand. She put her hand down, right? And then Apolline brought her back up. So this is what team is. This is what team is about. Like, we don't want to let anybody slip. We want everybody to stand up, stand tall, so that way they can get the life they truly deserve. So as we come to a close for today, once again, today is really all about creating an opportunity to see debt as a tool used to create wealth. Did we start to see a little bit of it? Did we start to see it? Because when you go into day 3 today, you're going to learn how to analyze deals. So what I want you to do is I don't want you to get stopped before you get started. I want you to get excited for what's about to happen. So when you learn that you can analyze deals, just know that money is not an issue. You can get somebody on your operating agreement, put them as 90% owner, get funded, and you can do that as many times as you need. Right? Imagine you all came together and created a LLC, and you all ran that play together. How much capital can you acquire? Like, I'm an owner in 5 self-storage facilities, and I'm not an owner singly. I'll own it with other members, other partners. But I would have never even thought about owning a storage facility if it wasn't for some of my partners. Right? But I also had to be the one to go out and say, okay, cool, I'll put my information on the line on this. I'll put my work, my ethic on the line on this. Anything is possible. Everybody drop in the chat, anything is possible. So you might not get everything you want in your life, but you can get anything you want in your life. There's people out here making airplanes. Like, I don't know why that's not spoken of. There's people who make computers, but we're over here filing paperwork and getting hung up. We're over here complaining about work, and there's other things that we could be doing. Somebody makes cars. Like, a lot of these cars is last names of individuals. This is real legacy, y'all. Real legacy. This is not going into a job. You cannot pass down a job to your family. You can't. There are some jobs that you could do that, though. I like that, but you can't, typically. So we want to be in a space of creating legacy. Everybody drop legacy in the chat, because this is what we do it for. We do it for legacy. So anything else? Anybody want to share? Anybody want to, share what they've maybe had a breakthrough in today, or maybe something came up where let us know. Let us know in the chat, though. And raise your virtual hand so that way we can bring you up. Raise your virtual hand so we can bring you up. All right, so if I don't see anybody raising their hand, then we're going to close it out. I'm going to bring Apolline up. Apolline, you want to give us the closeout today and give us the homework?
Absolutely, absolutely. Do I have to spotlight myself?
You already spotlighted, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, family? What's going on, family? Drop some fire in the chat if this was a great call for you. Matter of fact, I want to know who's ready to get some of this affordable housing. Who's ready to get some of these HUD properties? Drop HUD in the chat if you're ready to actually apply this information that Jordan's been giving us. Cause I'm on board with y'all. Like I was in a class last night. I was taking notes too. I'm ready to get one of these HUD properties too. I might be putting in for that lottery tonight. So, you know, I'm shout out to y'all. Shout out to it's been beautiful today to see a lot more people participating, to really come and have their cameras on, because this is the way that you're going to get the most out of this 5-day challenge, is by being the biggest participant, the most valuable participant in your own life, because you are the star of your movie. You are the star. Look, my man Robert just turned his camera on. Look, that in real time. So just keep being trailblazers. Actually today at 1 o'clock, because I seen some of you saying that you wanted to connect with each other, build some partnerships. We have a work group session from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So you guys could come through, build with each other, you know, talk about what your business is, what your intention is, what your goals are, from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I'll drop the link in the chat also. 1 second. So that's the link right there. From 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., we have the work group session where everybody will be able to come through, build with each other, or you have the option to just be there and, you know, work on whatever goals you have for the day for an hour, be held accountable. But y'all already know what time it is. We got to give y'all the homework, right? So the homework for today is...
Wait, hold on real quick. Because I don't think you had the chance to introduce yourself real quick. So just, 7 seconds, 15 seconds left. Just introduce yourself so people understand who you are.
Okay, my God. Yeah, so my name is Apolline Damage, and they call me the Magic Mogul. So I'm the language coach, and I help people to speed up their process by improving their dialect, because the dollars are in the details, y'all. You know, the more detailed you are, the more you are an expert at speaking, the more you create your reality intentionally. So, yeah, I'm going to give them the homework now, Ma said. So what we want y'all to do is go in the Facebook group and drop what your experience was for today's call on the accountability calls. And let's get it, family.
I want to add to that. I want you to, when you go right and you share your video, what I would love for y'all to do is talk about how you could utilize debt to create your wealth, right? I would love for that. Also, somebody wants the information for the 1 o'clock group work session. So drop that in the chat. Click that PDF. Also, just drop the link as well. Drop the standalone link as well. So, all right, cool. Felicia, I seen your message. Just hit me up on Instagram, y'all, because we got to log off. So just hit us on Instagram. Like, if y'all want to head to the live over there, we're gonna do a live real fast. Head to the live. Hit us up on the Instagram. But for right now, this is your focus. Your focus to get the most out of this 5-day challenge. I really would love for everybody to join this mentorship, because this is going to allow you to get what you want. I already know it's about strategic partnerships. You already know that. You're not going to do it alone. So unfortunately, some of you probably think, oh yeah, I'm going to spend the next 5 days, get the game and run it on your own. The truth is that's not going to work. It's just not. The slow road to success is the road alone. You want to get there fast, you want to get there quicker, you want to become more effective in less time, you have to do it through strategic partnerships. And you don't have to listen to me, just look at your own life. Look at where you're at, right? So if you have been having success, I'm quite sure you first had to be successful within yourself. Like, you had to be independently successful, and then you became interdependently successful, right? Where now you're working with other people who are also successful within their own rights, and that is what catapults you. It's not about just hoping that somebody can hold your hand. It's not about just allowing yourself to just get information and then poof, you become the experts. And that's not how it goes. But every day, y'all all should be doing some type of research prior to the class. So I'm adding this other homework into it, right? So go and look at what today's day is about. And I want this to be, Apolline, write this down, please, because I want this to be for every day going forward. Do the research prior to that, to the class. So today is about analyzing deals. Can you actually go and study a little bit, go on YouTube University, wherever you need to be, to study a little bit about analyzing deals? just to get your mind ready for that, prepped for it. So that way, when class starts tonight, this evening, you're able to accept the information and retain it. Does that make sense, or am I like pushing you to do too much? Let me know in the chat. Am I pushing you to do too much, or does that make sense? I really want you all to succeed. Like, just this is when I get drawn in a little more, is because you start speaking and you're saying stuff. So now I'm like attached to what you got going on. And my thing is to create the most impact that I can and create a community full of love, connectivity, financial prosperity. That is what I am doing. So you all are living in my dream, but I'm also living in yours, because you also manifested somebody like me. You also manifested somebody like Jordan. You also manifested somebody like Felicia. You also manifested somebody like Nia. You also manifested people that's inside of this group with you. All right. So I love that. Shout out to Musa. I see you got the 4 Ps. All right. Anything else anybody want to say before we go? That was it for you, Appeling, right? You added everything that you needed. You got the work group session and everything for that. All right. So bet we'll see y'all on class tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow. And I'm going to check the Facebook groups, and I'm going to see if you actually posted, because I didn't check the last 2 days. So I want to see if you actually post. So y'all ready to go? I need everybody to unmute themselves. I need us to end with hot energy. I need us to clap it up, snap it up, get ready to take the day. All right, get ready to take the day. Go ahead and take the day.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Get it. Get it. Yeah, get it.
Let's get it, family.
Let's get it.